Hey, how are you doing? You're watching iHunt TV, and I'm hunting in the neighborhood today. It's December 22nd. I was in here last night and I shot what I thought was a doe. Got it on film. Everything looked good. I watched the deer run off, followed the blood trail for probably 100 yards, and then it just disappeared, absolutely disappeared. So I went back in because I just didn't want to push it, so I backed out. I thought I'd come back in here today and look, and I checked the camera, and the shot looked pretty low, but right in the Boilermaker. So I'm thinking heart, maybe lung, but just didn't know. If it was lower than that, it could have got brisket. The video revealed it was pretty low. It looked low in the video, so I'm thinking I just skimmed the brisket and didn't get any vitals. So I came back out here today after church, started looking around, couldn't find any sign whatsoever. So I went ahead and climbed up in my tree stand, and about an hour later I get a call from one of the landowners that says he just saw a dead deer laying up actually in the neighborhood to the south of the property, and thought it had been shot with a bow. So I went and climbed back down and went down there, and sure enough, it was my deer. It was a half a mile away, and you can see by the recovery photo that it looked like a pretty darn good shot to me, and that deer should have piled up in about 20 yards, but that's the way it is. So it was warm today, so hopefully I can salvage the meat. I did the right thing, and I've tagged that deer, notched the tag, and we'll see if we can clean it up good enough to make it taste good. A lot of garlic, salt, and mushroom soup or something, I don't know. But just hanging out here until Josh comes out of the woods. So thanks for tuning in. Now obviously it's been a good day, and but this is all part of it, processing the deer. So I actually got accosted in the neighborhood by one of the ladies there. She said, as I'm getting out of my truck and I put my tree harness on, she says, "Are you hunting?" And I said, "Well, yes ma'am, I am." And she says, "Oh, I wish you wouldn't." I said, "I've been hunting since I was a kid." I said, "I love it." And she goes, "Oh, I know, but don't you think that it's not right?" And I'm like, "No, I think it's very right. It's we had a conversation. I wasn't being angry with her, and she wasn't being angry with me. She had her position and I had mine, of course. And as a hunter and a conservationist and someone that's studied biology and I have a degree in wildlife conservation, I know the importance of hunting has on maintaining healthy populations of deer and other wildlife, and the tax dollars that come from that, from my licensing fees and the gear that I buy and all of that stuff. But she says, she goes, "Are you hunting with a bow or with a gun?" And I said, "Well, we're in the city limits, ma'am." And I said, you can't use a firearm here, so it's archery only." And she goes, "Well, don't you think that's a terrible way to die?" I said, "It beats getting hit by a car." And I can tell you, I found more deer on that property dead that have been hit by vehicles than I have killed out of there. So I'm least of their threats in that area. But anyway, I'm going to get this deer butchered out and then try to get back in a tree stand before it gets dark.